grandma before we start?
Or
She doesn't have to be dead for you to say a prayer, bro. We're just wishing her good health, recovery, good journey.
And you haven't even said hi to G Baby yet, Fred. Come on.
Minute. Can you get a high G baby before we begin?
what's up, G baby?
G baby. Yeah, we're just wishing Fred's grandma a peaceful journey
Bro,
to the afterlife. Okay, so
Okay, let's begin.
okay. Thank you everyone for tuning into this week's AMA. As always, it is and like 2D, accompanied by the other boys and Frederick, Ryan, Daddy Topcat T, and obviously the biggest man dev himself, Freddy Pixel Vampiress. Freddy. Okay, so thank you all for being here. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one than usual, but I always say that each week, and then we go a little bit longer than expected. But it doesn't matter, right? So let's just go on to the first announcement. And the first announcement is that of the Pixel Vampiresses, right? So this actually went live earlier this morning. I think Fred, you stayed up till what 10 a.m. for these, right?
yeah, there was a lot of uploading to IPFS and stuff. It was a journey.
Yeah, it was a journey. But essentially, it was already live early this morning. It was made a priority to be able to be prepped and ready for the AMA, but they are now ready to be claimed. This is an official announcement, right? So in case some of you guys who don't check your dash regularly every day, like this is just us telling you officially that they're out there, right? This is just a free goodie for all the Vampiress holders. You can already see those pixelated Vampiresses you have on your collection page already. Just remember that if you want to mint it as an NFT to hold it in your actual wallet and to like use it in the metaverse and these other cross platforms and metaverse platforms and projects, you will have to click the wallet icon next to the download, which will fulfill the mint action. Okay, so if you guys are having any trouble with this at any point in time and having any issues, just put it in the chat and someone will get to you. You can try to DM Freddy, but I heard some people have waited 1.5 years for a response, unfortunately. So just putting it in the chat will be just fine. Okay, so this is an exciting piece of development news for us on the development side of things. The same action can be used to transfer Pixel Vampiresses right to your wallet if someone else has already minted it and sold you the Gen 2 Vampiresses. So all jokes aside, I just want to say thank you to Big Fred. He's done a great job on these. Thank you. He's done a great job on these. I personally think they look amazing. I'm a big fan of all the pixel stuff, all the pixel art stuff, and then the fact that we can use this in like other metaverse and other metaverse project-based stuff and platforms is super cool. So thank you, Freddie.
Very good, very nice.
Thank you, very good, very nice. Thank you.
Okay, so the next update is about the Halloween contest, the Halloween art contest. A few people have been talking about this for a few weeks now, and it actually dropped 2 days ago. We didn't put an official announcement out about it as we were saving it as the pre-announcement for the AMA today. But I'm sure most of you who are here week in, week out for the AMA keep up with our Twitter as well. I know most of the people in the lair right now are some of our big tweeters with the Halloween tweets daily. But if you didn't see it, we have a contest up right now to win a free Gen 1 vampire. And the rules are quite relaxed. The art just has to be anything Halloween or vampire or spooky related. The competition runs for 2 weeks until the 28th of October. So be sure to get your entry in before then. Some people were asking whether they should put their entries in the fan art channel in the Discord or on Twitter. We'll actually be using Twitter to pick all the entries from, so make sure you reply to the tweet that Big Daddy Thrall put out 2 days ago, as that's where we'll be looking for the entries. But also feel free to put them in the fan art channel as well. And then along with this, I did see another question saying if people can resubmit entries from last year's Halloween contest. Obviously, any that won the Halloween contest last year won't be considered again. But if you did have a particularly good entry that didn't quite get the winning spot, you can feel free to enter it again. And as long as it didn't win last year, we will take it into consideration.
Thank you very much, Ryan. We've seen a couple of questions regarding the Rift contest. So hopefully that clears up as much of the confusion that anyone may have regarding this. And as always, if you guys have any questions or queries which may leave you a little bit confused, you can always just put it in the lair, and one of our trusty community managers shall attend to it as soon as they see it. I do agree, MJM. This one is super nice. The 101 tall lady Vampiress is super nice. I just love, the pixelization of the art, Sound like a proper wet wipe now, but it's okay. Okay, so the next topic is that of the champagne deliveries. We've seen a significant uptick in the amount of people ordering and receiving their bottles of champagne. I've seen it all over Twitter, all over the lair. And it is extremely exciting to be able to see all our hard work regarding this, this part of SVS that we've worked so hard for. Come to fruition and see so many of you receive something you've been working on for so long. But this may not be much of an update, but we're super, super happy just to see all of you receive your bubbly, lovely champagne. So just keep posting on Twitter for more coverage and more advertising. And whoever wins that golden bottle, damn, we have a very big surprise for you. So as I've seen so far, we haven't seen anyone actually post the golden bottle yet, but it has been amazing to see how much of you guys are actually pushing and posting the champagne. So please, if you guys do, hopefully you guys like it as well, like the taste. I personally, I'm not an alcohol enthusiast myself, but we at the SVS team are very blessed by
Me
the
neither.
presence of Mr. Ryan. I saw the unmute button come off. Yeah, we're very blessed by the true champagne connoisseur himself, Ryan, who has put himself through the very hard task of, downing himself in alcohol to be able to give the highest verdict for us. So just wanted to say thank you very much for all
Maybe
of
I
them.
need to do a review like the Plushy Max video for Twitter.
Yeah, you want to do one this time, or am I doing it?
I mean, you're not tasting it, so maybe you can do the voiceover. I'll do the script.
Oh, you should film. What do you guys think? We should get Ryan to film a little champagne testing, and I could do the lovely voiceover.
Maybe at the virtual event.
Oh, very lovely. Perhaps, yeah. Make sure to give a toast to a very sick grandma. But yeah.
Okay, so the next update. So the next update is about the virtual/physical event. I put out a similar announcement yesterday. So if you did read that, this will be not much of a surprise to you. But the snapshot officially does close tomorrow. So it opened on the 13th and it ends tomorrow. But the voting already has been a majority in favour for a virtual event instead of the physical event. We did lay out some of the pros in the snapshot, and it seemed that over 99% of people do agree that the virtual event is the way forward. As a team, we think that's the same as well. We do like the idea that we can have everybody involved. And no matter how good a physical event would have been, there's always limiting factors due to the location. And it's just a small sample of people that would be able to visit a physical event versus some of the ideas we have for the virtual event being able to include multiple people, well, everybody over multiple days and multiple time zones. So we're looking forward to releasing more information on that. So if you haven't casted your vote yet, feel free to do so because it's still open till tomorrow. But as I said, it seems like we're very much in favour of the virtual event. And then having said that, if you do have any ideas of things you want to see at the virtual event, like we just mentioned, maybe we can try and get as many people opening and tasting the champagne for the first time as possible. We can get voice chats going, maybe a Zoom. Obviously, there'll be competitions and things like that for you to win prizes too. So if you have any ideas of things that we could do at the virtual event as it gets closer and closer to Halloween, feel free to put them into community suggestions, and we'll try and fit as many of the good ones in as possible with the schedule that we have so far.
Yeah, maybe some like cool games or some stuff that we can play, if not just like a normal chit chat. how you guys would best like to see things being done. Very nice, Ed Wolf. Unfortunately, I do not know how to play poker, but you can play that with Freddie. I heard he's a beast at the tables these days. So, essentially, if there's certain things that you guys would like to see done for the virtual event, who can be present, and how best we could go about it to make it an enjoyable experience from everyone, we would love to see some of those ideas. We ourselves have a couple ideas. How much we would love to do this, but it'd be cool to see some ideas that you guys have. Can we please stop the roars in the chat, my friends? It's not a 2001 scene kit. Oh god, that was very suited. If I posted the eyeliner photo, that would be perfect.
Oh
But
no.
it's okay.
No. Okay, so moving on
Okay.
to the final update.
Okay. So the final update is that of the LairTV season. It says season 2 here, but it's meant to be season 69 director's cut. But unfortunately, there's been an error along the line of communication. So anyway, so yes, I always enjoy doing these podcasts and LairTVs. I think it's the easiest and best way sometimes to be able to get out further outreach and exposure to new audiences, right? So I'm always happy to be able to take my voice to the tour spaces and other stuff like that to discuss anything Web3 related, NFT related, with anyone who is out of the space, right? Doesn't really matter. Always keen to have a chat. So it's just like same thing that what I tweeted maybe like I think it was 2 weeks ago or something. We're actively looking for participants, people who are willing to do um, podcasts or interviews and things like that. And essentially that we have some I've quite a few people that replied to me and reached out to me, but their dates are like quite far pushed back. Some of them are NFT platforms and stuff like that, but some of them are only like November, December and stuff like that. So if you guys have anyone in mind or anyone you may know, you can just please let us know. If you can't reach me or the other elders directly, you can always let Mars or T know. They're the best first line of communication, and Mars, T and Thrall are the people that we speak to the most and have the closest line of communication with us. So if you guys have any suggestion or you know anyone personally who wants to do something like that, I am more than happy to make some time and be present with them and their podcast or whatever the Twitter Spaces is. It doesn't have to be anything so large. I know SVS has grown into a very large scale brand, and we have a large.
Some parts
We have
larger than others.
yes, like our developer, but we have grown to be pretty big on our social media and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter. The projects that want to come and do it with us, they don't have to have 50, 60,000 followers as well. We do it on a case by case basis. So if you guys know anyone who are willing and hoping to do something like this with us, with me particularly, just please let them know to let us know, and then we can go along. Obviously we're a little bit selective with who we share the platform with and stuff like that, but more than happy to provide informative and helpful sessions. I don't consider myself an expert or anything like that, but we have been here for quite a while, and so have I in the crypto space, and more than happy to have the talk with these people. Yes, CoinFest Asia went crazy. We have already sent the footage, haven't we, Ryan? So hopefully we get some sort of edit out of that
We have.
soon. We have, which you will see too, these big ball brown head up on stage. Not so sure how that's gonna go, but
I want to know if you see us in the front row. I haven't looked through all the footage yet.
oh yes, I can hear the boys in the front row. Duty, when we surf in Bali, Chetty, when you gonna come down, bro? The boys love Bali. I'm going again in December, actually. I think just meet a few people. Have some crypto people that I need to meet and some good friends who have moved over there. So yes, if anyone else will be there around then, should be mega, mega exciting. I think that's it for the updates, right, Ryan? Before we go on to the questions quickly.
Yes, that's all the updates this week.
Okay, let me just read the chat a little bit. I see someone is having some issues, but our Lord and Savior is at one's case right now. It's been very good today, I must say. Oh, congrats, Sneaky Ace, on your Grail. Rank 165. That looks sick, I think. I love the cloak and the sparkle, you know. Looks so sick. Damn. Okay, we good to go to the questions? Ryan?
Yeah, let's go. There's not too many this week, so we'll try and
Yeah,
go
it's
through
not
them as
too many
fast as
this
we can.
week. So we're just going to kind of not speed run, but we're going to keep them brief and straight to the point, as usual. So these are just some questions that we've had DM to us, we've compiled throughout the week, and we'll just get through them now. So first question for Ryan. My champagne box has arrived damaged. Is there anything that I can do about it?
Yeah, so unfortunately, along with everyone receiving their bottles this week, I did receive, I believe, 3 DMs in total of people who received the box not quite in perfect condition. I know this is not ideal. I think it's mostly with people who received more than one bottle in one shipment. I think a lot of the people who only received one bottle, their boxes were mostly fine. But I know a few of the people who received, sort of 2, 3, 4 bottles in the same box. I believe they must have been rubbing together during the shipment, and that's caused some of the paint to come off. And I think one of them had a slight crack in it as well. So I will be speaking to the 3 people who I've spoke to already about trying to get them a replacement box. But going forward, this shouldn't be a problem. I've spoke to the distributor today to see if we can get them as protected as possible so that there aren't gaps and they aren't rubbing together. So hopefully this won't happen to anyone going forward. However, if the people who haven't received their champagne yet do receive a damaged box, feel free to reach out to me because we definitely want to put that right.
Thank you, Ryan.
The next update is, do you have any updates about Crass's game? Is it being released anytime soon?
Yeah, so we've been in touch and discussing this recently. There have been some issues with the game and bugs and stuff like that. So we're trying to work to get it ironed out as soon as possible. And yes, we are hoping to get it out as soon as possible. So we know that the demo was pretty popular with you guys. So hopefully things can get ironed out and we can get it on its way. Okay, next question is for Ryan. Do I submit the horror theme artwork in the fan art channel in Discord or on Twitter?
Yeah, I touched on this one in the announcement because I'd already read that this was a question. But please tweet it at us, not only as an entry, obviously that gets us exposure on Twitter as well. We'll be retweeting as many entries as we can. So be sure to tweet it at us if you do want to enter. However, you can also put it in the fan art channel as well. I know a lot of people hang out in the Discord day in and day out, so feel free to share it in here too. But we will be going through our mentions on Twitter to see the artwork. I know a few people on last week's Halloween contest as well, last year's, wanted to make sure that we were counting that entry. So what we're going to try and do this year is retweet or like as many entries as possible. So obviously if you receive that retweet or like from us, then you'll know that we've seen the entry and it's going to be entered into the competition. The next question is, I'm confused. Are the Pixel Vampiresses free? Because the Pixel Vampires were 50 blood. Are we able to purchase the Pixel Vampiresses totally free of charge?
Yes, they are totally free of charge. So we don't want anyone thinking like, oh, should I or should I not mint the Pixel Vampiresses? We just want everyone to know that this is like a freebie from us. We worked hard with artists. We paid money to get everything done and ready and perfect for you guys. So we want absolutely everyone to mint their Pixel Vampiresses. It's completely free. We don't want anyone thinking like, should or shouldn't I? There should be no debate. You should all go on and mint your Pixel Vampiresses and enjoy the collection and use it in all those metaverse projects out there. Correct. Okay, next question I have for Freddy is, so if someone already minted their Pixel Vampiress and I buy it, can I still get it afterwards?
Yes. That is the cool part about these Pixel Vampiresses, is that little wallet button next to it. If you haven't minted it, you can click it and then you mint it. But if you recently bought Vampiress, then you'll still see the Pixel Vampires in your wallet, but you can also retrieve it from the old owner by clicking that button. So yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very good,
Next,
very nice, Big Head.
next question, please, Ryan.
The next question is: Vamps that attended the New York event received gifts. Can we do something similar to the Halloween event for the Halloween event, even though it's virtual? Maybe another poster or free stickers or some free merch item.
You were a little bit soft towards the end, so no worries. Let me just read it myself.
Sorry, it was
No worries.
about any Halloween-based items.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So they won't necessarily, similar to like for the guys that attended the New York event and received gifts. And so for Halloween, we're not going to really do anything that's necessarily like clothing or anything like that. But we will try to do some Halloweeny. Halloween. It's so weird to say weenie, fucking hell. But nice brongus. But essentially, it's more of a like a Halloweeny items, bro. I can't say this. Okay, so it's like spooky items, fucking Halloweeny weenie. So yeah, we want some Halloween themed items to be able to get to everyone, right? So please stay tuned for the prizes, the giveaways, and the contest that we will hold over the weenie season. Weenie, 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 2D's weenie, bro. It's become the new meme today. Okay, and next question I have for my weenie partner Ryan is: I saw people getting their champagne, but I missed out on getting a chalice. I'm an OG holder. How can I get a bottle?
Oh yeah, so I actually replied to this guy's DM because it seems that he obviously doesn't check the Discord too often, which is fine. But the people in the AMA are obviously the people who know how it goes. But I'll go over it anyway. So the only way, aside from minting a chalice, would be if you win one of our giveaways. We don't have any giveaways going right now, obviously, but we did one for anniversary, and I'm sure there'll be a few chances for you to get them over the Halloween event as well. But just to go over it, obviously, people know that it was a limited run of 1,500 bottles, and we dropped 1,300 of these via the chalices. So those are reserved for the 1,300 people who have a chalice and obviously haven't burnt it so far. But we did have 200 held back. So we do have plenty of room to give some bottles away during giveaways. But aside from giveaways, the only way is to have a chalice. So you can obviously head over to OpenSea if you want to get yourself a bottle, and then you'll be able to burn it and purchase your champagne through our dashboard. And then the final question we have from over the past week was: can we do a discount for Pixel Vamps now that the Vampiress's pixels are free? Can we do something for people to be able to get the vampires cheaper?
Yes, correct. Okay, so yes, we can do a sort of discount or incentive or some helpful bullish event for the Pixel Vamps. What we can and will do is we can refund blood for the guys who are wanting to mint the Pixel Vamps. We will announce shortly some sort of like promo or incentive or how we're going to do it, where we can get people minting the OG Pixel Vampires at a discount to go along with their brand new free Pixel Vampiresses. So hopefully that's exciting for everyone, and that you guys can get your cute little pixel pairs alongside alongside the rest. Okay, so Burb actually answered this just then, but yes, we're the game is still being worked on. There was like a bunch of shit that was wrong with it. So essentially, we just, it was under development with streams and stuff like that for many months for the guys who are OG. I know you're OG. You've been here for a long time. So it's almost being done. We're working closely to get it all finalized and finished and fixed. And then hopefully it comes sooner than later and it comes perfectly working and exciting. And then we're going to do a whole bunch of we can try to do as much as we can around it to make it as exciting as possible. We can't wait for everyone to play it. When we did the demo, it was quite fun and most people enjoyed it. So we do want to make it as exciting as possible. I do think we need to put some handcuffs on Chetty. It's not very fair right now. But let's go. That's it for the questions this week. Very nice hat trick. So that's it for the questions this week. Super excited and happy to see you guys here, and can't wait for all the stuff we have coming up and to hang out with you guys for the big Halloweeny weenie. and can't wait to see all the beautiful art that you guys are gonna make, because I love the derivatives contest. One of the most simple but enjoyable things that we've ever done with SVS, and I can't wait to see the ability and everything else that everyone has done. And on that note, thank you all very much for tuning in this week. I love you all very, very much, and bye bye. Bye bye. Yes, all vamps have weenies. Bye bye.
Oh.
Bye
Lovely.
bye. Lovely, lovely. Bye bye. Quorum.